Hey y'all, I'm back with another review of Churchy. This is episode 6, New Preacher. Sorry, I'm 2 weeks behind. So I'll throw up episode 7 review and recap next. Um, yeah, this episode was New Preacher. If you can, like, comment, and subscribe. Even if you can't think what to say, just drop that church emoji down in the comments for me. Thanks for watching, and let's get into it. Oh, and also, happy Thanksgiving. I haven't been on here since then, so happy Thanksgiving. Hope y'all had a good time with your family. So it opens up with one of the ministers singing a song about, God showering his blessings, and he do a whole breakdown of a moist. And Kev love a sexual innuendo. So his grandmother even starts saying, "Oh, I'm so wet, I'm moist." So inappropriate, but of course you got to laugh. And so he was just saying, "Yes, Lord, just make me moist, like a good pound cake." So it's just always some foolishness. So next you see, speaking of pound cake, you see Mother Jean bringing a pound cake to a pastor at another church, and she low key trying to give Corey away pretty much. She ain't slick. She pretty much trying to, slickly say how they have a new pastor over there, and too bad they didn't get him. But she trying to give Corey away. So next, you see that Corey is in a counseling session with one of the praise team members, and she's just saying, pretty much doing like a confession of how she gambles and she smokes weed and she steals, but she only steals from white people, so she doesn't really count it. And before Corey can even give her any advice, she just is like, I feel better. Pretty much just used it like a vent session, but didn't get, she ain't repent, she ain't get no kind of advice, just a mess. So next we see Rodney talking to JoJo, and Rodney was just telling JoJo that he's gonna debut a new song at the next service, and then Corey comes up, and JoJo's just wondering if there's gonna be another guest because previously they had Toby Nwigwe say he was gonna come, but he ended up not being able to come, so they had to fake Toby Nwigwe, but it still drew a lot of people to the church. It ended up being a good service. But Corey made a good point. Like, y'all can't always expect Kirk Franklin or like some big guest. Like, y'all need to come to hear the word from me. Yeah, my hero. Okay. So JoJo and Corey, they go for lunch because it turns out JoJo said that he was sick, so he came just to hang out at the church with them. So Corey and JoJo, they go for a drive and have some lunch, and JoJo was just telling them to just be patient and just giving him advice. Like, it was cool that Corey was getting advice from the youth that he usually counsels. Because it's true, it don't matter the age, you can get a word from anybody. But he even asked JoJo also, like, hey, why do you live with your grandmother? And JoJo said that his parents were stationed overseas, so he asked if he could stay with his grandma so that he could finish up his senior year. So that's just cool seeing, they becoming close, and it's good for a kid to have a mentor. So that was cool. So uh, Keisha ends up returning Corey's call because he had been calling her, and he was just saying how he was going to be preaching and he wanted her to come out, and she's just like, "No, I'm not coming back out there. I'm swamped with work or whatever." I don't even know that Corey knows that she got that promotion. But yeah, she's still not really here for Corey. So she was like, "Is that all you wanted?" And he was like, "Yeah." So Corey keep blowing Keisha off, but I don't think this gonna blow over as easy as he thinks. He needs to treat Keisha right. That is his fiance, but we'll see. So we open at service, and the new song is fire. Rodney never disappoint. Rodney, he do get a Grammy. He make sure he let us know he got that Grammy for a reason. They really need a churchy playlist, because even that inappropriate moist, like shower the blessings, that would be good on the playlist. Like, they need a churchy playlist. Um, but yeah, so Corey has a great word about being prepared before you're placed, and being patient, and just a good word. And Everybody was there for the message. When he saw that people weren't relating, he kind of slowed down and he just did a great job. So next you see Corey in the office and Rodney and JoJo are giving him props on the message. And then the pastor, turns out his name, well, not the pastor, the guy that Mother Jean was talking to at the beginning of the episode, he comes into the office. His name is Theodore Moses, and he said he really enjoyed Corey's message, and he actually wanted to offer him a job at their church. He said that would be 100K to start off, and then 185K after the first year or two, I think. And he was like, I don't want to rush you, but just take your time. I'm gonna give you 2 weeks to decide. So Corey like, okay, some money is being thrown and offered to the table. Like, okay. So Corey shares the news with Rodney, and of course, Rodney's like, it sounds a bit too good to be true. Like, you need to think this out. Because remember, Corey rushed into going to this church and taking over, talking to his grandmother, and they kind of got in a bad situation at the beginning when they first started at this church. So Rodney, like, you need to call and make sure I want to hear about this money. And over the phone, Theodore reconfirms that, like, yeah, you gonna get 6 figures if you come work at this church. But Ronnie's like, we need to see the church. Corey is lucky to have Rodney on his side because Corey don't be thinking. So, they're talking and Rodney's like, what is Keisha gonna think about this? Have you made up with her? And Corey's saying he doesn't have time to worry about if Keisha good or not. He needs to just start making moves. Again, he just being real disrespectful and not being concerned about the person that he's supposed to be marrying. Like, come on now. Corey being selfish. Um, so next you see them having dinner. It's Rodney and Corey having dinner with Corey's grandma, and Rodney just go ahead and let the cat out the bag and say that Corey considering leaving. And Granny is pissed. She like, you have a whole message about being patient, and you ain't even gotten to church good, and you talking about leaving as soon as you hear something about money. Like, God will provide your needs. Like, you say you were gonna come and help, and now you want to leave. Granny pissed. And I mean, she got a right to be. She got a point. So, next you see them checking out the church, and you know, Corey was just saying how they would be a package deal and how Rodney has a Grammy and stuff because Theodore was saying that Rodney needed to try out, and Rodney like, hold on, I don't need to try out, but Theodore was saying they already have a praise team leader and she has a Grammy as well. It's like, what'd she get a Grammy for? And the pastor said that she was playing the piano on one of the hits that Kirk Franklin had. And Rodney's like, oh, okay, she played the piano. She got an honorable mention Grammy. I got a Grammy for doing the whole song. But pretty much Rodney's like, it feels like we not gonna be a package deal. And again, that was confirmed by Theodore Moses. Um, so yeah, Corey better not leave Ronnie behind. I know that much. So it ends there, and of course, you always gotta stay to the end to see the great skits. I can't even recap those, but yeah, thank you for watching. Again, if you can drop the church emoji if you enjoyed the episode as much as me, and also just like, and episode 7 will be up right after this. Y'all take care.